What's going on, guys? So today I have the One Punch Man reveals. I have a lot of the yellow cards that I was able to find. I also have red and green that are going to be coming up soon. But for now, we're just going to do yellow. I found quite a bit of cards. So we're going to go over them and see what's coming up since the structure deck's just around the corner. So first we start off with the zero drops. These are going to be the Genos and Terrible Tornado. No effects, just triggers add to hand, both 1500 with generates one energy. Pretty standard. Then we start with the one drop, action one, Hellish Blizzard. This one is a look at the top four cards of your deck, reveal up to one yellow card with two or less required energy among them. Add it to your hand, then place one card from your hand into your sideline. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of the deck if in any order. If the revealed card is an event card, place it onto your sideline instead. Okay, that's weird. So if you reveal an event card, you just place it into your sideline, which maybe you want to do. We'll see. All right, next we have the two drop Genos. So it generates one energy. This one's 2500 BP. This character, when played, you get to choose one of the following. Look at the top five cards of your deck. Reveal up to one Saitama card among them and add it to your hand. So any Saitama. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. And if the added card to your hand, and if you added a card from your hand, place one card among them into your sideline. Okay. And then if Saitama is already on your field, you draw a card. Wow, that's very good. You get to draw a card on top of searching. That's pretty nice. All right, so next we're gonna go with the two drop Terrible Tornado. These artworks are fantastic. So this two drop generates one energy, 3000 BP. She in the front line, cards on your field cannot be chosen by your opponent's characters or trigger abilities. Wow. So on the front line, it'll protect your board. The trigger effect is draw a card. 3000 BP for a 2-drop. That's not terrible. All right. Next, we're going to go with Terrible Tornado 4-drop. This one is a raid target for this one and this one. Yeah. So this one is if you use... Okay, I have another artwork down here, so I'll do that one later. Let's go with Genos first. So this Genos, there's two artworks, same card. Action 3, generates 2 energies, very important. 3000 plus BP, color trigger. So that's the color trigger of the deck. So he nullifies impact, and when he's sidelined, this character is sidelined due to losing a battle, choose up to one character on your field and switch it to active. Ooh, that's really good. That's kind of like an active trigger when it's on the field, and it's a color trigger when you hit it off life. So that's really nice. You could definitely do a lot of good things with this guy, and he's generates 2 energies. So this guy seems really good. All right, next we're gonna have Hellish Blizzard, 3-drop, action 1. This one generates 2 energy. So this is gonna be your other color trigger. So if Terrible Tornado is on your field or on your front line, this character gains 1000, so she'll go up to 3000. When she's played, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to one event card among them, and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. If you added a card to your hand, place one card from your hand into your sideline. Okay, so it looks like it's revolving around event cards, so that's cool. She is action 1, 3-drop, generates 2 energy. All right, seems all right. So Terrible Tornado, this is a 3-drop, action 1 that generates again 2 energy. So it looks like you're generating a lot of energies with this yellow deck so far. For her, she's 3000 plus BP, active trigger, and during your turn, if you have used an event card this turn, it'll gain 1000. That's really good because she's a 3-drop that generates 2 energy. And it looks like this deck is revolving around event cards, so she's going to be 4K most of the time. So that's really nice. Next we have Saitama, 3-drop. Again, generates 2 energy, but he's 10,000 BP. Okay. So this character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's abilities. And in the front line, at the end of your attack phase, you can move this character, or you have to move this character to your energy line. Okay, so you attack with it, and then it goes to your energy, so you can move it again next turn, I assume. Activate in main. Place one card from your hand into the sideline. This ability can only activate if your front line is not full, and you move this character to your front line. Okay, so you're able, I guess, to put it in your energy, and then you summon in your front line a couple times, and then you pitch a card and summon him up. Huh, interesting. Okay, I mean, he seems good. He's a 3-drop, action 1, generates 2 energy, active trigger, 10,000 BP, and he moves himself back to the energy line after he attacks. That seems pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so next we have an event card. So here we go. This is probably going to be one of the event cards needed. So I merely immobilized them. So this is a 3-drop, action 1, event card, active trigger. You can only use one of this card per turn. Choose one character on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting. Okay. And if you have a Terrible Tornado and a Hellish Blizzard, if they're both on the front line, you can switch it to resting and it will remain resting the next time it would be switched. So for 2 turns. Okay. But you have to have you have to have the setup for it, which is cool. Okay. So next we're going to go with Genos. This is going to be a 3-drop, 3500 BP. Generates 1 energy, just double blocker with a draw card trigger. Solid. Next, we're going to go into Saitama. So Saitama is an action 2 4-drop that generates 1 energy, 10,000 BP with the add to hand trigger. So you can play this character set to active on your field. It's an action 2, so I would hope so. And then this character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's abilities. That's pretty good. At the end of your attack phase, place this character on the bottom of your deck. Ooh. Maybe this is like your kill shot, I guess? Because it's an action 2 that's just going to go into the bottom of your deck. And then when played, you get to choose one character of 4,000 BP or less in your opponent's front line and sideline it. Oh, okay. That's really nice. Because you get to sideline any 4K and attack with a 10K. So for a kill shot, that seems really solid. In the mirror match, this might be kind of weird since your opponent has 10K. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is the same card. Genos action 1 4-drop 4K. So this is more typical 4-drop. Add to hand and raid. So yep. So this character gains impact. Okay, so it has impact in the deck. And then when sideline, you play up to 1 yellow Genos card with 3 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your hand set to resting. Okay, that's kind of alright onto your field. But if you have a Saitama on your field, you can set it to active instead. Oh, that's really nice. So if you have like a different Saitama, you can have this on your front line, and then when it's sidelined, you can, in the battle phase, you can then summon this Genos out, and then you can block with something else, and then block with Genos, and then Genos can then active whatever you blocked with. So now you have another blocker. So that's a nice little combo you can do. So you got some battle tricks in this deck, so you can see it right away, the potential of the Genos. I'm really liking the Genos so far out of all of these. The Terrible Tornado. Okay, so here's the one that we had up there that we can see better now. So this one is during your turn. Well, she's a 4K 4-drop, but more typical 4-drop. Add to hand, trigger, and raid. So during your turn, if you have used an event card this turn, she'll gain impact. Okay, so again, the whole event gimmick looks like it's going to be the Terrible Tornadoes. And then activate main. So if it's in your front line, you can reduce the AP cost of the next event card you use from your hand this turn by 1. You can only activate this Terrible Tornado ability 1 time each turn. Okay, so yeah, you just activate main and you basically get a free event. Like, right? You can just do any event for free every turn. That's really nice. It's like getting another action point. Really good. Okay, so the Terrible Tornadoes are looking nice too. So Hellish Blizzard. So this is your 4-drop, again, typical, but this one's only 3,000 BP. Action 1. So this gotta have a good effect. So add to hand, or if you have the required energy, perform a raid. Okay. So when played, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's solid. And then activate main if on the front line, place 2 cards from your hand to your sideline. Ooh, that's deep. And then choose one. It's only once per turn. Add 1 event card without a special. That's not a special from your sideline to your hand. So you get to add any event card. That's not a special. Or you can all characters on your field, including herself, will gain 1,000 BP. So that's really nice. So you can make all your bodies like 3 or 4K or even 5K, as well as making herself 4K, which is really important, obviously. Those 4K is always that threshold you want to get to. But you do have to place 2 cards from your hand into your sideline, but you're also drawing 2. So you're basically just keeping what you drawing 2 cards and then just keep the good cards and discard any 2 cards. So that's pretty solid. That has a lot of potential. Adding an event card, I know in like Red Ashford they add like an event card, but they add the special. So maybe they learned from that, and you can't add the special here. But still solid, still solid. Hellish Blizzard, same thing, just different art. Next, we're gonna go into another event card. This one's gonna be One Punch. It's gonna be a 4-drop. Trigger is draw card. So choose one of the following. If your opponent has 3 or more life, deal 1 damage. Oh wow! So you just get to take a life from them for 1 action point. Interesting. So that's cool. But it's only if they have 3 or more. Okay, interesting. Or the other effect is choose up to 1 Saitama on your field and it gains impact. When this, yeah, so just give it impact or just take the life. Okay, cool. And finally, we have our 5-drop Action 2 Saitama, which I believe is also the winner card of the next set. So this one is it's a 5-drop, 10,000 BP. Trigger is add to hand. And so you play this character set to active, with Action 2, so I would hope so. This character must attack if able. That's weird, but okay. It has damage too, so yeah, it does double damage. And then activate main. Once per turn, place 1 Saitama card from your hand into your sideline. And if you do, this character gains impact. So it'll gain impact by pitching a Saitama card from hand. And then when it attacks, this character remains set to resting. The next time it would be switched to active. So you attack with it, and then it'll stay resting, so you can't block with it. So I guess it balances it since it's 10,000. That's kind of weird, but it's an Action 2. It seems good, maybe for like a kill shot, but again, that's steep. An Action 2 for all that. We gotta see the other cards to really see the full potential, but it's a good card. It's just, I don't know if it's a great card. But yeah, you guys make your own judgment. Let me know what you think. That's all the reveals I have for yellow. I have the green and red reveals coming up in the next few days. But I think yellow right now is looking like the best one, just because it obviously has a structure deck, so it's going to be a lot more support. So once we see that, we can see how good these decks are. And so yeah, just stay tuned in the channel. We're gonna be testing these decks, playing at locals gameplay with One Punch Man. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you think of this. The best variant is gonna be, and stay tuned for future reviews. All right, see y'all later. Peace.